Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my very messy desk. So I'm hoping you're all a little bit like me. So this is my sort of working scrapbooks. I have several of them. This is my current one, and as you can see it's getting to the point where I actually can't close the books anymore. I've got too many scraps and I just need to start using up some of this stuff. So I thought I would pull out a bunch of things. I don't really know what I've grabbed. I just went through the box, just grabbing different things as best I could, you know, bits of fabric, bits of paper. I've got some tea bags, vellum. I don't know what I've really grabbed. But what I wanted to do is just start going through it, and then maybe we can make something together. Maybe we can do like a craft along session. So I just thought I would whack the camera on and, you know, film as I go. I have no idea what I'm going to make. I sort of have a few possible ideas, but really I don't know. So yeah, hopefully this will be inspiring. Hopefully it will convince you to get your scraps out. Or, you know, maybe you'll just have a bit of a laugh at seeing seeing what mess I make. We shall see what we can do. So I think somewhere I pulled out some stuff that could potentially be bases of tags. Alright, so I have two tag bases, so obviously I'm going to decorate the cereal box side, and then that's really good enough to write on, I think. But I'm going to work on the tags one at a time because I prefer, my brain sort of is not quite caught up today, so I thought let's do them one at a time. So I've also just found this piece. So I've got a kingfisher, but I don't think that works. I've got this, I've got this. That might work. What else have I got? Oops. I think I just dropped a load of stuff on the floor. I have this as well, which might work. Maybe. So let's pick one of these. So I like I think they're dragonflies. Sort of goes with the flowers. I don't think the kingfish is going to be too big, but I quite like the colours on this. All like the reds and oranges and things. So let's just get this cut out, and then I can make a decision between the two, hopefully. Obviously this is going to be too big, so I'll need to cut it down, but we'll see. See how far we get. Thankfully the sun is shining here again. For those of you who don't know, I live in Bristol in England, and we had a heat wave a couple of weeks ago, then it torrential downpour for absolute days, and now we're back to sunshine again, which, for those of you who haven't been to England before, that's pretty typical of the weather. It never knows what it wants to do. Okay, so actually I'm just going to get these stuck down because I am happy with these. I'm going to ink them and I'm going to stick them down. Oops, sorry, slammed that a bit hard on the table. Yeah, so as I say, I was watching this this tutorial and it looked really cool. She was basically layering different papers and things, and then she she sort of glued and then stitched a focal point on the front, which was then she used it as a tuck spot, and then she just tucked a bit of ephemera inside, and then just added the usual tag topper, you know, some ribbon or some fabric detail, and they looked really lovely, and so I'm hoping that I might be able to do something like that. Do her tutorial justice. We shall see. We shall see. So as I say, I've never done one of these craft alongs, so I don't know if I'll talk through the whole thing. I may play some music for you, I haven't quite decided yet. Really, I was just staring at my scrapbooks and thinking, you know what, I really need to get through this stuff, and then I just thought, well, whilst I'm here, why don't I put the camera on, and then we can make a video at the same time. Actually, I can really feel that sun coming through my window. I have quite a big window here, which I'm always pleased about, but when it gets quite warm in the afternoon, I sometimes have to shut the blinds, but of course I'm wary of the fact that if I did that, the lighting wouldn't be as good for the video. So I'll have to just make do with it. I'm sure it'll be fine. Get headed that way. Doesn't really matter, does it? It's just a scrap of wallpaper. This wallpaper actually came off of a book that I picked up. Just an old paperback book, and I don't know if you remember, I certainly do, in the 90s. I think it was the 90s, where it was sort of all the rage to cover your exercise books and books with wallpapers. I remember that being a thing here. Right, so I just trimmed off a bit of that, so I might have to cut the tag down just a tad. I'm going to cut it basically to the length of this wallpaper. I think I want that the whole way along. So it's getting shorter and shorter, but that's okay. It's quite a long tag when I started, so it's all good. Yeah, so I want these to be quite scrappy looking. Oops. So I'm okay with it being a bit raggedy in places. I'm alright with that. As long as it looks like it's intentional. Okay, cut off a bit there. I'm going to chop the corners of the tag anyway, so get it stuck down. Let's get it stuck down. So I'm excited soon. I've been doing this Facebook challenge where we've had to send off our scraps to somebody, just like a whole bunch of things, you know. So I've sent mine off this morning, and then when we have to make a rack, can be anything, of the theme of encouragement that we then send off to somebody else in the group. And yeah, I'm excited to do that. I'm probably going to do that on camera because that's another thing of, you know, I don't know what I'm going to be making because I don't know what I'm going to be receiving. And I just find sometimes watching those sorts of videos can be a laugh, but can be inspiring as well, just to see somebody's thought process, I think. So yeah, I think that's too big now, so I've cut this tag down too much. So I'm just going to tear this piece. There we go. So here's something for you that I'd love to know. Who is your favourite YouTuber to watch? You know, it can be a crafty person, it can be any kind of, ideally crafty really. I think I'm on the lookout for some crafty videos that I might be able to watch. Because I do find them inspiring. So I feel like it's the right width. I don't know. I haven't decided whether I like it. I feel like without that we're okay. I don't think it's the right thing, but if it's not the right thing, I don't know what is. So, or is it just missing something? You know, does it need to be on top of something? Don't usually use doilies. This is a new one for me, but let's see. Let's have a look. Oops. All fingers and thumbs today. No. Well, actually, I don't mind that, but you know, it wouldn't be a very good tuck spot if I put that behind it, so it's not that. Let's try some tea bag. Tell you what, all this junk journal stuff, I absolutely adore it. I really, really do. Love doing it. But it is half a learning curve. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I go in with a plan and then I try that plan and I'm like, maybe not so sure now. I've got it upside down. feel like from a collage perspective it's okay, but it's not going to be a very good tuck spot. So I'm just trying to decide. And of course I have that thing where I try very hard not to make a call until I see it all down. I don't hate it. I don't love it. What do you think? What do we think? What do we think? I'm going to stick it down. I'm just going to go for it. I might regret this, but I'm just going to stick it down, and then I can make a call afterwards on how to improve it. Otherwise I'll be here all day and we won't even get anything finished, so let's just give it a go. I realised I forgot to ink it, so I'm just going to quickly ink the edges carefully. Thankfully with this glue I have got a little bit of time before it completely dries. Oh, I've got ink everywhere. This will be one of those how not to craft videos. Just you watch. Okay, so we have this. So I'm going to cut it all down to size, and then that way I can see what we are left with. And I'm guessing I'm going to get better at this as we go, because obviously, I don't know if you find the first one maybe is not the best, and then it gets better from there as you warm up your creative muscles, don't you? I find anyway. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to rough up the edges and distress and everything, and that is not straight. Yeah, I'm definitely going to rough up the edges. That needs more glue. There we go. It's good to get through the pile a little bit though. I do feel like I haven't actually made anything yet, and yet I do feel like I've at least made a dent, or really I've just put it on my desk, haven't I? Do you ever find that you just pile and pile of, junk and different bits that you'll be wanting to use, and then you just never get round to it because at the end of the day, life gets in the way, doesn't it really? Oops. Yeah, I'm definitely all fingers and thumbs today. I don't know if I've cut that. Oh yeah, that's alright. That's okay. You have to excuse my chair, it's quite noisy. I'm on the hunt for a new chair because it's kind of falling apart now. But it is a bit noisy. I do like using this cereal box for tags and journaling cards, because I also feel like I don't need to do anything on the back, because I quite like the brown look, with the whole vintagey kind of idea. I do like it. So I'm just running the scissors along here just to rough it up a bit, because I felt like it looked a bit too new, too neat. And then that at least makes it look a little bit older. Okay, right. I'm going to put a hole in the middle. I'm just going to eyeball it. Oops. Yeah, I'm definitely all fingers and thumbs today. And I'm just going to... This was an idea from Tatty Treasure. It was to distress up using distress inks, and then on your hole-in forces, and then stamp over them, and I thought that was a great idea, but I'm just going to use a plain one today. See, it's still inked up, but we are going with plain. There we go. Okay, so we have that at the moment. I'm still not in love with it, but I'm reserving judgment until we get the topper on it. And oops, dropping everything again. And then I've got this it's like a gold material. It's got kind of a shine to it that I think came from some kind of clothing. So kind of think, should we go with that? I'm wondering whether to just do a tail or do a bow. I think I want to go with a bow today. That's fine. Grab my fabric scissors. Here we go. So I'm just going to go with the torn look all the way down, because I'll probably use this for a couple of tags. So let's go with about there. That's fine. I've got very messy fingers already. Very, very messy. That is the way. We don't mind, do we? What do I think? Do I want a bow? Looking at that now, I'm thinking, well, let's try a bow and then I can always untie it if I don't want the bow. Or maybe I haven't made it long enough. It seemed like quite a long piece of fabric, but now I'm not so sure. Might not get a bow, we'll see what we get. As I say, I'm literally all fingers and thumbs today, so you I might have to speed this video up, you know. I'm thinking, oh god, I've been going for 20 minutes already. I've sort of lost the gold, so I turned it inside out. What do we think? I wanted it to be like an actual bow, but it's not. So I'm just going to undo it, and then I think we'll go with rabbit ears and leave it at that, I think. Those long enough. That's alright. It's okay. It's just a little tag. So that's what we have. Now the tutorial I was watching, I will link it below so that you can see the original, see how it's actually done. She sewed along here, which I'll do later. I don't have my sewing machine set up just yet, so I'll do a few of these maybe, and then sew them all at the same time. And I can always come back and show you what they were like. So I need to find something to tuck in that, but I'm going to do that later. For now, I'm going to go on to the next one. And for this next one, I'm going to play a bit of music whilst I craft along. Mainly because I started mumbling to myself rather than actually. It's almost like I forgot the video was playing. So I'm going to play some music, but I keep the camera running because you might like to see how I make this one and how it turns out. So yeah, I'll play some music and I'll meet you at the end. So those are the 2 tags I've made so far. I'm going to stop this video and I'm going to do a part 2 probably, because those were I'm glad, you know, I think they look okay, but I do feel like my creative, you know, my creativity isn't flowing too well today. So I think I'm going to pause it there, and I'll do some more, and then, you know, because I still have a huge amount of scraps next to me that I do want to get through. But I think, yeah, I need to come back to it, I think. But when I do, we can make some more. But I do hope you like how I think they look cute. As I say, I didn't really have a plan for what I was going to make today, so I do think they've come out okay. And then I've just put, really these are just placeholder ephemera for now. Just because I felt like I needed to put something inside the tuck spot and the little pocket that's on there. But yeah, I will leave it there, and we'll do a part 2. Alright, see you on the next video. Bye bye now.